What's going on, guys? Hope all is well. Love and light. Happy Saturday, everyone. It's your guy, J-Day. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to jump on in. Yeah, give you guys a few minutes. Okay. So, yeah, guys, I wanted to talk about, starting an Airbnb in Dominican Republic. I did mention in my last live, that I rented an apartment. So I wanted to kind of elaborate on it a little bit more and just to give, you guys some insight, especially for those of you guys who can't afford to buy an apartment. There's other alternatives, especially if you're one of those people that are traveling to Dominican Republic 4 and 5 times out of the year. You know, this might be ideal, for you guys. Now, I just want to say a lot of us, we want to be by the hot spots. We want to be 5 minutes to the beach, walking distance to the beach. A lot of us, want that accessibility. You understand? And I get it. But at the same time, if you're one of those people who are looking to start an Airbnb in Dominican Republic, my advice would be, don't rule out other parts of, Puerto Plata, Sosua, Cabarete. I'm talking about parts that are not close to the beach. Only because, you'd be surprised who wants to rent. You got people who don't want to be by the beach. So I'm just saying that to say that, don't let that hinder you from renting an apartment. Now, I will say the apartment that I'm renting out, it needs some TLC. um, what do you want for $232 a month, man? I mean, really, what do you want for $232 a month? And most of us that are looking for apartments, even before we get down there, a lot of you guys have to be boots on the ground in order to find, those affordable prices. Only because if you one of those people that are looking for apartments online, most times you're gonna be, they're gonna give you apartments that are expensive, $500, $600, $700. These are the kind of prices that you're going to be presented with, not being boots on the ground. And I could tell you on hand, a few expats that I know that have gone through that, have went, when they first get there, they're renting a $600 apartment a month. And, once they're on the ground, they realize, man, I could find something cheaper, you know? So this is what happens in most cases for people who are looking for apartments online, Now, I will say, like I said, my apartment, $232 a month. I kicked out about $700 to rent the apartment. That was the owner wanted 3 months security. All right. So yeah, it cost me $700 to move in, and I got to do some painting and stuff like that. But when you are looking to rent an apartment, just keep this in mind, guys, that you will spend more money if you're looking to rent a furnished apartment. Okay. My apartment, it came unfurnished. I mean, with nothing, no refrigerator, no stove. So I had to buy all of those things. But don't let that deter you, because it really didn't cost me a whole lot of money to buy a refrigerator and stove. We're talking about 38,000 pesos, which comes out to be about uh $600 or something like that. So yeah, to buy a mini fridge and a small stove doesn't cost you a whole lot of money. The idea is to get, the Airbnb livable, presentable, and have the little bells and whistles that will make a person want to continue to rent, from you. Now, in my case, as you guys know, I'm building a home. Most of you probably saying, well, why are you renting an apartment? Well, I'm renting the apartment only because my home is not done yet, and the price that I have paid for Airbnbs over the past 2 years and 8 months, that money could have gone to an apartment for myself. And then when I'm not there, I can rent it out. You know what I mean? And that way it'll pay for itself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you guys, an idea for those of you who are looking to create some passive income for yourselves. And then, once the apartment, once my house is done, I'm still going to keep that apartment, and I'm going to keep everything that I bought in there. You know, like just right. And this is honestly, guys, it's exciting for me because I'm pretty much redoing everything in the apartment. I do have a video of it. I need something a little bit better because I'm gonna do a before and after. Even today I went out, I bought some things, some miscellaneous things. Uh, uh, cutlery, um, beds, sheets, all of that stuff, so that once I'm ready to ship everything down and I get down there in January, at that point, I'll start, you know, remodeling the apartment, And as I said, to do all of that stuff, I'm looking at maybe to remodel that whole apartment. Because first of all, I got to see exactly what needs to be done. I do have a video, but I got to have Shamo send me another video, and that way I know exactly what needs to be done in terms of like the floors and I'll probably end up painting over again. And I bought a spray paint gun, so that'll take me no time to do. You know what I mean? So things like that. We don't really think about the things that we need, to ship down until we actually are in a situation where like, damn, I should have shipped this, I should have shipped that. And what gave me some ideas is the fact that one of my viewers who I said this to you guys in the last video, who lives in Nebraska, had some items shipped to me so that I could ship it to DR, only because he just doesn't have the accessibility that I have here in New York. And one of the reasons why I decided, you know what, I'm probably going to end up doing, starting a shipping company here, because there's a lot of people, that live outside of New York that has a hard time shipping, furniture, refrigerated stoves, etc. All of those things to Dominican Republic. It costs us an arm and a leg when you live outside of, when you live outside of the East Coast. So yeah. So looking at the items that he bought, just give you some ideas. A power drill, a spray paint gun, uh, what else? Cutlery, sheets, towels, pillows, all of the necessities that um, that we need for a home. And I find it, you got to price it out. Certain things are cheaper, of course, in Dominican Republic, opposed to here in the United States. Now, I will say, um, and I'm big on that. Appliances, appliances. I find it that the quality appliances in DR are a little bit shabby opposed to the ones here. Now, like I said, I did buy the stove and the refrigerator for the Airbnb in DR, but the appliances that I plan on buying for my home, they're going to be from the United States. And I had already priced that out for those of you guys who probably, interested in knowing how much it would cost to ship like a stove, a brand new stove, and a brand new fridge. Um, a brand new stove is going to cost about $400 to ship. A brand new fridge, anywhere from 650 to 700 to ship. And this is why I tell people, if you're looking to buy appliances and stuff like that, it's ideal to buy them Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That way, you're getting a good deal. And if it does cost you, let's just say $600 to ship an appliance, it's cost effective only because you don't got the appliances, at a discounted rate. You know what I mean? Now we want to talk about TVs and stuff like that, because I did price it out. Um, I planned on shipping out, because I asked my boy how much does it cost, for a 32-inch TV. Um, 32-inch TVs are, you are into the Dominican culture. All right, somebody just text me or whatever. But yeah, a 32-inch TV in Dominican Republic, it's actually cheaper to buy the TV here in the States. and have it shipped, opposed to buying the TV flat out in DR. You know what I mean? For me to ship a 32-inch TV, the price for that is 150, 150 to ship. Now I done found the 32-inch TV on Amazon for $87. That's including tax and shipping. So you have to pretty much weigh it out to see whether or not it's cost effective. So for me, it's cost effective for me to buy the TV here and have it shipped out to Dominican Republic. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So these just giving you some tad bits, man. There's definitely a way to generate income for yourselves in Dominican Republic. So why not rent out an apartment, especially as I said, if you're one of those people that's traveling out there 4 and 5 times a year. It makes no sense to keep renting an apartment, keep renting Airbnbs where you could rent out an apartment full time. It's a lot of expats that do it. A lot. I got an expat friend of mine who rents out 2 apartments. He stays at the bottom and he rents out the top. So and he's constantly booked. The man's booked all the time. And you wanna create an oasis for people who, when they open that door, they're like, damn, this is a beautiful Airbnb. Now, whether it's in a Dominican neighborhood or not, because there's a lot of us that live amongst the Dominican people. You'd be surprised. If you're one of those people who have never traveled to DR, you'd be surprised to know how many expats live in Dominican communities. I know a lot of expats that do. As long as it's safe, a safe environment. I don't see nothing wrong with it. The idea is to go down there and to dive into Dominican culture. The Nobody 92. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Yeah, just talking about, creating passive incomes in Dominican Republic for people who can't afford to buy an apartment, build a house. There's still a light at the end of the tunnel. You just want to make sure that you have somebody there that's going to manage everything for you. You see what I'm saying? And you can always, because what what a lot of people do is they do keyless. They actually have a lockbox and they put the key in there, and you don't even have to meet the host. You know what I mean? So if you're one of those people that are looking to go that route, that might be an option for you. Just have somebody come in and clean it up for the next person to rent out. The Nobody 92. Only bad thing about Airbnb is managing it from another country. And this is why I said, it's important to have somebody boots on the ground that's going to help manage it for you. Now, if you are faced with that situation, I always tell you guys, get into these expat groups, start making connections, start making friends. You know, you can find an expat that can help manage it for you. You cut them, with a little percentage of it. You know what I mean? And there you go. You got somebody that can help you manage your Airbnb. If you got a girl down there, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, help have them to help manage the Airbnb for you. But it can be done because in my situation, that's what I planned on doing. And my sole purpose for renting out this apartment mainly is to store a lot of my stuff, dishes, cutlery, sheets, bedding, all of this stuff is what I'm because there's a lot of stuff that I got to ship out. I'm not even done. There's a lot of stuff that I have to ship out to Dominican Republic, and that was my biggest problem. Where am I going to store all this stuff? So now that I have the apartment, I have one room dedicated to pretty much storage. You know what I mean? Yeah. If there's an electric issue or plumbing issue, managing it from another country is a headache. Bro, that's the least of my worries because Dominican Republic and DR, you could find anybody to do anything. You know what I mean? As I said, having contacts on ground will help you to manage your Airbnb, and that's important. Before you start an Airbnb, you need to find an electrician. You need to find a plumber. You need to have those people already on hand, so that if in case something does arise, you got somebody that you can call, and they'll go over and handle the situation. That's a fact. Have someone you really trust to help manage it. Yeah, man. ES, how can you find expat groups in DR? Bro, there's a lot of them. I'm actually in a few. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you one that I'm in right now. As a matter of fact, guys, if you guys are looking to get into any of these expat groups that I'm in, um, just shoot me an email at taylorjayson01 at gmail.com, and I can have you added into these groups. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of them, and they're very resourceful. And you can also, I'm enrolled. I'm in about maybe about five expat groups. um the easiest ones you can find are on Facebook. Just type in expats living in Dominican Republic, and there's a plethora of them that you can join for sure. You got people that's advertising properties like me, selling bikes, TVs, refrigerators. I mean, you'd be surprised, what kind of information is being put out in these expat groups. So I highly suggest you guys get active in these expat groups so that it can help you navigate yourself while you in Dominican Republic. Yeah. Mike Focus, what's going on, bro? Did you hit me up? I'm not sure. Maybe I did. Um, maybe I did. I don't know. Flexing so sewer. What's going on, guys? Nobody 92. I say that because the last time I rented out an Airbnb was like my worst experience. Electrical issues were really bad, and waiting on the electrician to get there almost took forever. And see, these are the kind of when you experience these kind of situations when you're into renting an Airbnb, that your experiences should show you what kind of host you need to be when you are renting out an Airbnb. The idea is to become a super host. You know, it's the small things that count. Making sure that there's a coffee maker and there's coffee, um, making sure that there's beer, and little necessities and stuff like that goes a long way when it comes to renting out an Airbnb. And as I said, the location shouldn't be a factor, only because in Puerto Plata, it's plenty of expats that live amongst the Dominicans. So if you're looking at that as a hindrance, I wouldn't, because you got people that um, you know that that just might be looking for a place to crash for a night or 2 nights. You know what I mean? And the idea is, because once you do the Airbnb gives you pretty much a price of how much you should be starting off to renting, and it goes based on your competition around you. So it's based on the competition around you, and they pretty much give you how much you should be charging per night. But the idea is going below everybody else so that you start getting bookings. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another American having a problem with it. Mike says, I got tools and experience. What kind of tools you talking about? And these are the kind of things that you guys should be thinking about bringing, like power tools, drills. I bought pots, I bought pans, and I'm actually gonna do a video of me packing up my barrel and all the stuff that I'm shipping out. I just did a video of the stuff that I'm shipping out for the brother that lives in Nebraska. Now, I will give you guys some advice. There's certain things that I just would not ship out. Okay. Um, Shipping out fans is a waste of time. If you're gonna be shipping stuff out, you want to ship stuff out that can fit in the box. Shipping out bulky stuff is not worth it. You want to maximize as much space as you can when you're putting your belongings in these boxes or containers, for that matter. You know what I mean? Because it costs to ship out a box. We're talking about $75 to ship out a box. And I got to measure out these boxes so that I can give you guys an actual size of how big these boxes are. And then to ship out a barrel, we're talking about 125 to about 135. The smaller barrels, they go at 125, and the bigger barrels about 130, 135. Um, I'm put you on. If you want to ship TVs to the DR, ship them TVs in barrels to 40-inch TVs to 32-inch TVs. Um, will definitely go in the barrel. You only pay for the barrel. You know, um, I thought about that Unity, but I was a little afraid that these TVs get damaged and destroyed in these barrels, man, because they when it comes to food and shit like that, I've shipped food all the time. And I'll tell you, things get open, not that they physically go in the barrel and open them, but I guess from the friction and the moving of the barrels and stuff, things tend to get open. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen often, but I'm just a little skeptical with putting them in the barrel, opposed to just shipping it directly like it is in a box. You know what I mean? Because then they know it's a TV. See, when you're putting it in a barrel, they don't know what's in there. But if you're shipping the TV already, they know it's a TV, so they have to handle it with care. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only difference, um, when it comes to shipping it in a barrel opposed to just shipping it directly in a box. I think that they handle it with care, you know? That's just my opinion, This will actually be my first time shipping a TV. And if the TV breaks, I mean, worst case scenario, I spent, what, a little over $200, because eventually I do plan on shipping bigger TVs, for my home. So I want to see. This is going to be a trial and error for me because, as I said, I've never shipped a TV before. This will be my first time. Just reading some more of these comments. I got tools to work on houses, cars, buses, trucks, you name it. I got it, and if not, I can get it. All right, well, maybe we might need to talk. I mean, what's your status, man? I mean, are you an expat in Dominican Republic, or are you currently living in New York? This might be the mic that I went out with. I'm not sure. I'm looking at the photo because I know another mic, and I'm not sure if it's the one that I met up with. Um, I'm going to be looking for work soon out there. Okay, so no, this is not the mic. I'm going to be looking for work soon out there, and I handle just about anything that you pretty much need as far as housework. I have housework. I worked on my parents' house and all that when I'm out. Well, that's good to know, man. Um, I put my email address out there. So when you are in DR, I don't know what part of DR. I'm in the Puerto Plata area. We can meet up, and talk further about it. Yeah, because it's always good to have somebody on deck. And as I said, I got people that reach out to me all the time that looking for this to get done and that to get done. So I do have electricians and plumbers and all that stuff, but it's always good to have more than one person because one thing I will tell you guys is that when it comes to people being reliable in DR, that's another story within itself. So I always advise you guys to have more than one person on deck. If in case, you reach out to one, they're not available, you got two or three other people that you can call. Take it from somebody that knows firsthand. Um, I tell you what, you ship out of the container. I work for you for a whole month when I'm going to move out there to the DR. I'm going to move out there to DR. I'm trying to move to Santo Domingo, but I need my tools and everything. Well, I don't know what part of the country you're in the United States, but you might need to start shipping your stuff now so that you have all your tools ready to go. And they listen, when it comes to quality work, I'm willing to pay for good quality work. You know what I mean? Some people aren't, and I tell people all the time, you pay for what you get. But you have to keep in your mind, one might focus, you're not going to make the kind of money that you're making here in the States. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, man. The kind of work, the kind of pay that they pay in DR is way different from the pay that they pay here in the States. So, you can't go down there with that mindset of getting paid like an American. You know what I mean? I just want you to know that. And there are some people that are willing to pay you for your skills, especially if you're skilled at what you do. So just want you to know that, man. Because there's a lot of us that do go down there with that mindset, looking to get paid, American prices. Not to say that it can't happen. Just depends on the kind of industry you're tapping into. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, when it comes to the hospitality industry, sky's the limit. You can pretty much set your prices to how you want to set them. But if you're coming down there looking to work and get into the construction industry, you might need to research that a little bit more, only because there's set prices for maestrios and laborers, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Unity, I send TVs to Haiti like that all the time. Use bubble wrap. Boom, got it, got it. Now let me ask you a question, Unity. When you're sending out the TVs in the barrel, are you taking them out of the boxes? Because the box, I know for a fact they're just not going to fit. And my main thing is, when it comes to shipping them in the barrels, man. How many? Let me ask you a question. How many TVs are you able to fit in that barrel? And what size? I think you mentioned that. I think you said 40 40-inch TVs. Yeah. Uh, she says two 40-inch TVs and two 30-inch TVs, then two 28-inch TVs, and other items will definitely go in the barrel. Nice. And you're talking about the big barrel, Unity? If you let me know. Washing machines, nobody 92. I would suggest you buying your washing machines in Dominican Republic. Certain things you buy in DR. And I'll just give you a few, just so that you guys know. Bedding, I'd buy in Dominican Republic. TVs, I'd buy in the United States. Um, Electrical stuff, it all depends. I find that cameras and stuff like that, it's cheaper to buy in Dominican Republic. I bought my cameras and screens. I bought 6 cameras and a screen. I bought all of that in Dominican Republic for about 200 and something dollars. Where it'll cost you damn near about 400 here in the States. You see what I'm saying? So, you just have to do your research. And if I were you, I know a lot of us, I think our biggest problem is time. You know, as soon as we get off that plane, the clock starts. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, you know, have an itinerary set up for yourself, and invest time into researching prices on things that you thinking about shipping down to Dominican Republic, and see whether or not it's cost effective for you to ship it, or to just buy it in Dominican Republic. You know, um, as I said, TVs, the quality of TVs are shit. And I will tell you this, because we as Americans, man, and Unity, I think you gave me a good idea, because maybe I might just go ahead and buy a barrel just to have, because we as Americans, man, I think what a lot of us do, we throw out TVs. You have no idea. Living in New York City, man, I can't tell you how many TVs I've seen, flat screens, thrown out to the curbside, only because, we just don't want to fix them, you know? So if you're one of those people that's got, TVs that are not working, ship them to Dominican Republic, because they'll fix them TVs. Trust me. My partner told me that. I got a TV right now. I think it's like a 37-inch, that I might just go ahead and ship down too. It's used. It's not working, but I can guarantee you, if I get it down to Dominican Republic, they can fix that TV. And one thing I will say in DR, they can fix anything, even when it comes to rebuilding engines and motors. Like, it costs us an arm and a leg to rebuild a motor, and not in Dominican Republic, you know? So, like I said, guys, just do your research, make sure it's cost effective for you, to ship whatever it is you're looking to ship. But one thing I will say, hammers, tools, definitely a concrete drill. You're definitely going to need that because a lot of these houses, most majority of the homes are built with concrete, with cement block. So you definitely going to need a drill strong enough to penetrate through concrete. Okay, I ordered one of those too. Just giving you guys some ideas and things that you should be shipping. You can never have enough of sheets and towels and pillows. Especially if you are, you plan on having guests coming out. You want to have all that stuff on deck. Toiletries, soaps, all of that stuff is cheaper here. All of that stuff is cheaper here. And I listen. I go to 99-cent store. I go to Dollar Tree. I go, listen, because at the end of the day, this, when you're buying stuff, money adds up, you know? So the idea is to make sure, you shop around to save as much money as you can. You know what I mean? And as I said, I got a lot of stuff already. Let me see here. Let me see, guys. I'm gonna, because I went shopping today. I sure did. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm into interior decorating and shit like that. So, for me to turn this apartment from looking kind of shabby, you know what I mean, to making it my own, I'm putting my touches into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff that I got. And this is, cheap. And they're not. I spent today, guys, about a hundred and $138 for the apartment, and I got a shitload of stuff for $138. That's one thing about like living in New York City, man. We got so many. We get deals upon deals out here, deals upon deals. So yeah, just gonna show you some stuff. So I got one of these. Yeah, I know the Dominicans love making juice and stuff with these. The strainer, even though I know I could get it in DR, but I found it was cheaper here. So I got that. I got some glasses, box of glasses. I got this is a must, guys. This is definitely a must. Y'all know in DR, it's a lot of bugs and shit be flying around on your food and stuff. So these are kind of like screens to cover your plates and your pots and stuff like that to prevent flies from getting into your stuff. So these just little miscellaneous stuff that, I thought about. Um, I got some sheets, and these aren't like good quality. I mean, they decent, what I'm saying, for an Airbnb, man. When you're doing, see, this is what I tell people: when you're doing an Airbnb, you don't have to go all out. The idea is to make it look nice and comfortable for your guests. But when it comes to like good quality shit, I'm not spending good quality stuff on an Airbnb. The quality stuff is going, that's gonna be for my home. Um, so I'm gonna show you some more stuff. I got some knives. Um, Another thing of sheets. Look, 17.99 for some Polo Club sheets. Got some more knives. Uh, what else here? I got I got some curtains. I got a Bluetooth speaker. So these are all for my guests when they, once I start renting out the Airbnb, all of this stuff will be in addition to the crib. Got some more knives, cutlery, and all of that stuff. What else? Spoons, spatulas, and nobody 92. You know, this is what I advise you guys, man. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I spent, like I said, $138 for all these items, and you don't want to take it from somebody that's been doing this and shipping. The idea, guys, is not to overwhelm yourself with, you know, buying everything at one time. I'm gonna tell y'all, every I get paid every week. Every week, I dedicate, you know, between $100 and $150 on stuff for the crib. No matter what it is, a sheet, towel, glasses, dishes. You know what I mean? So that way, over time, you accumulate enough stuff so where you can just ship it out. You know what I mean? I every week I'm buying something, no matter what it is. So that way, when I get down there, I got everything I need. You know what I'm saying? Shop on Macy's. Black Friday and Cyber Monday, this is the time where y'all need to be taking advantage of everything, you know? That way, you're saving as much money as you can. Um, yeah, guys, there's 24 you guys in here. Be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to read some more of these comments. Spaces and places. What's going on, my guy? He says, good tips. Yeah, man, because sometimes a lot of us don't think about the small things. You know what I'm saying? We don't think about, the small things. And it's always good to have, uh, you know, uh, I always take advice from people. As I said, my boy, I was looking at some of the stuff he had in his box that I'm shipping out on Tuesday. I'm like, yeah, I need that, because I didn't think about a spray gun. I had and I didn't get a huge spray gun. I got a small spray gun for the Airbnb, because when I get down there, it ain't gonna take me no time to paint the wall. You see what I'm saying? So, but for my house, I gotta invest in something a little bit more high quality, because when you are, I've said this before, guys, because people ask me, oh, what color are you gonna paint your house? What color are you gonna paint your house? I'm painting it white. That's the color I'm painting it, because, when you start buying quality paint and all of that, it chips over a while over time on concrete, especially when you're doing the exterior. And I took advice from somebody, Dominican and Italian couple, that built their house from the ground up, and she said to me, she said, J-Day, I'm telling you now, go with white. Go with white. It's cheaper, it's easier. And when it comes to painting, you have to constantly paint over concrete, So just letting you guys know that. Because initially I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna get custom paint from Home Depot. And she was just like, don't do it. You're gonna waste your money, because you're gonna constantly have to paint over the concrete, So just giving you guys the tidbit on that. Yeah. Where did you buy all that stuff? No, Nobody 92. Living in New York, man, we get deals upon deals out here. That's why I said, like, between the 99-cent store, Shoppers World. I work in Bushwick, so there's a shitload of stores up and down Broadway, where I could just have a field day. You know what I'm saying? So I went on my break and bought what I needed to buy. But yeah, it's always good to, shop smart and wisely. The idea is to save as much money as you can, man. Omar the Traveler, what's going on, my guy? He says, I bought some forces here in the US because the forces over there wear out very fast. You might want to do that. Thank you for reminding me that. Thanks for the friendly reminder, because I do need to get me some forces. You're right. They do rust out quick. They rust out quick in the Dominican Republic. Thank you. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you. I'm gonna have to. I thought about the forces before, but thanks for the friendly reminder. Russ Chrisum, I have an apartment. That's what's up, bro. Unity, the big barrels use thick blankets, and the bottom of the barrel for socks. The hard body will protect more than the carton box. But my question to you, Unity, is: did you take them out of the box? Just so I know, did you take them out of the TVs out of the box, or you bubble wrapped them and did all of what you just said? Um, Sincere peace, God. What's going on, my guy? I appreciate you guys. All of you guys that's on this live, be sure to hit the like, share, subscribe. El Dollar, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for subscribing, man. Deal City. And how do you do Airbnb? Okay, so this is how it works, man, with the Airbnbs. I'm glad you asked that question. For those of you guys who are wondering how to go about doing it. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. If you are gonna rent an apartment in Dominican Republic, a lot of the owners don't give two shits whether or not you Airbnb it. They can care less. All they're looking for is their rent every month. That's all they care about. Okay? But I will advise you to inform the owners, that this is what you're planning to do. Especially if you're one of those people that are not living there full time, is just traveling there, 3 to 4 times out of the year. If the owner doesn't live there, that's one thing. You really don't got to say anything. But I always just say be honest about it. That way there's no mishaps in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, 90% of the time, guys, these owners can care. They can care less or what you do. All they want is their money at the end at every month. But yeah, just make sure you inform them if that's what you're looking to do. All right. Just my advice. You do what you want, but I'm advising you to inform them just so that they know. Especially if the owner's living there and they seeing people coming in and out, different people, they're gonna want like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, it's always good to inform the owner that's what your plan is. All right. Let me read some more of these questions. My girl's there, but I could rid it out. It Russ Chisholm. That's the idea, bro. That's the idea. What's the point of paying for an apartment every month and you're not there? You're only there 3 or 4 times out of the year. Let it pay for itself, you know? And then once you start one, I tell you this, once you do one and you start making money off of that, it's gonna make you do another and another. And then before you know it, you're managing like 3, 4 Airbnbs and you're not even owning them. You're just managing them. You see what I'm saying? So there's definitely ways to do this, guys. And as I said, you don't have to look for Airbnb by the hotspots. Not everybody's looking to be in the hotspots, guys. Let's face it. You know, not everybody's looking to live and be amongst tourists every day. So you have to keep that in mind. Don't think like a tourist. Think like a local. That's how you gonna make your money. Don't think like that. Oh, I don't want to do because I'm gonna when I put the video out, guys. I want you, like I said, the Airbnb that and this is another thing. If you find an Airbnb that needs some work in TLC, negotiate it with the owner. Tell him like, yo, as you see, this Airbnb, it needs a lot of work here. So let's make a deal. If I that, you know, okay. All right, I don't know. It was the connection was going in and out. But yeah, as I was saying, if you find that the Airbnb is looking a little shabby, but you have the creative eye to redesign and customize the place how you want, you tell that owner, look, this place needs a lot of work. So I'm willing to rent it from you, but you're gonna have to either come down off the rent or take a month or 2 months off the rent so that I can get the Airbnb, customized to wait to my liking. And trust me, in most cases, the owner's going to agree to it because all you're doing is upgrading their spot. You know what I'm saying? So who wouldn't want that being done? And most times these owners can't even afford to do it. So here it is. They got somebody that's coming in that's willing to, do upgrades on the place. Yeah, they going to agree with it. They definitely going to agree. Um, just reading some of these comments. Uh, Seema, do you pay taxes on items you ship or bring it? Is it worth it? No. Okay, so if you're living in New York City, in the tri-state areas, you do not pay taxes on items that you ship in the Dominican Republic. As long as it can fit in that box in the barrel, it's one standard price. barrels, like I said before, smaller barrels, you're looking at $125. The bigger ones, $135. And the good thing about it, guys, is that it's door to door. So when I'm shipping out my items, I don't have to go nowhere. They come to my house, they pick it up, and they deliver it exactly to where I need it to go in Dominican Republic. All right, just so you know that. And for the 32 you guys in here, I'm gonna say it again. A lot of you guys live in remote parts of the United States, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Colorado. It's harder for you guys to ship to the Dominican Republic from those parts of the country. So I'm here to provide a service for you guys who are looking to ship, whether it be you ordering stuff on Amazon. You can send it directly to me and I can have it shipped out. Of course, I'm going to charge a flat rate for that, but if you're looking for that kind of service, even refrigerators and stoves, I can get it to DR from New York. All right? Let's just say, I'm just giving you an example. You want to buy a stove or a fridge, and you ordering it on Best Buy, from Best Buy, PC Richards, you can have it sent directly to me, and I can have it shipped directly to Dominican Republic. Those are for people who don't have that accessibility. I saw that there was a need for it, and I decided to tap into it. And I just did my first shipping gig with one of my viewers that live in Nebraska, and it worked out well for him. He'll be received, and it, just so you guys know, shipping things out of New York, the time frame is about 21 days. So it sometimes it gets there less than that. And when I ship out, most times, man, when I get down there, it's either there before I get there, or sometimes my packages have come the same day I have arrived. And I've been dealing with this shipping company for about 8 years now. Never had any problems at all. Never had any problems. Um, Let me just see. Omar the Travel Man, can you help me find a two-bedroom, two bath spot in Puerto Plata for around $400? I'm ready January 25th. Kama says that price doesn't exist, dude. It does exist, Kama. It does. It does exist because I have a three-bedroom, one bath, and I'm paying $232. Those prices do exist. Don't let people tell you that you can't find an apartment for that price. Now I will tell you, if you are an expat or a foreigner or a gringo that needs to be, like I said before, close to the beach, and you need to have all these bells and whistles and all this accessibility, then maybe you might need to look for an apartment for five, six, seven, $800. Okay, but if you're one of those people that don't mind living, a little way from the beach, but still in the heart of Puerto Plata, living amongst the Dominicans, as long as it's safe and things of that nature, then yeah, you can find an apartment for 300, you know what I'm saying, $400. Omar the Travel Man. So if that's what you're looking for, just reach out to me via email, man. TAYLORJAYSON01 @gmail.com, and we could find you something for sure. Because if I can find something for $232, you guys can too. You know, a lot of times, as I said, guys, you got to be boots on the ground. You got to be boots on the ground, or know a local that can apartment hunt for you. I got my apartment through my partner. He's a local Dominican. You know, so there are affordable apartments out there. You just have to either be boots on the ground or know a local that can do the groundwork for you. Yeah. Um, Russ Chisholm, what kind of price can you rent out for Airbnb? Well, bro, it all depends on, the Airbnb. It depends on how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, um, what amenities the Airbnb has, whether it has a pool. And usually once you, like I said before, once you decide to start an Airbnb and you post it, Airbnb gives you a set price of how much you should be renting per night. You know what I mean? And it's based on the competition around you. But the idea is you want to go below, even though your Airbnb might better than your competition. If you're starting out, you want to go lower than your competition so that you are gaining clients. You're going to have to start lower than everybody else. And then once you start gaining those clients and you become a super host, then at that point, you can raise the prices a little bit more. Yeah. Um, Russ Chisholm, over there, they will let you buy stuff for the place with payments. I did my girl picked it out and paid 3 or 4 payments. You're right. Because that's the route that I'm going to go with the bed. Just so you guys know. And if you're faced with that, like, damn, I'm running out of money and money's tight. If you know a local, you can do a payment plan, and that's what I'm going to do with my bed. I'm going to do a payment plan, probably paid off with like 3 or 4 payments. You know what I mean? So they do have payment plan options out there in Dominican Republic. I'm not really sure how it works, but once I get the information, I'll put that info out there for you guys, just in case you might want to go that route. All right? Yeah. Um, Tenants here throw away TVs every day. Exactly. So that might be an option for you guys. You seeing TVs throwing out? Pick them TVs up, man, and save them and ship them to DR. Hey, you, you might end up starting an a TV business. They call them local secondhand, selling secondhand TVs. It's a good business. I'm just throwing some things out there for you guys, man. But here in New York, man, I see TVs being thrown out all the time, all the time. So yeah, that might be a business to start in DR. Finding somebody to fix them, and then you sell them secondhand. You know. Um, let's see, Frozen. Let's see. Just reading some more of these comments, guys. He's forgetting the taxes, custom fees, so I can ship 265-inch TVs and pay no custom fees to Santo Domingo. Okay, so this is how it works. Come on, listen clear. Listen to me here. What I said is that in New York, I don't know what state you're in, but in New York, if you're shipping out a television, let's say it's 65 inch. You're paying a flat rate in New York. To ship out a 65 or 70-inch TV in New York, you're looking at anywhere between $650 to $700 to ship it out. Okay? This is why I'm telling you guys, it's better you take advantage and buying your TVs on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so that you're paying damn near half the price. So if it is costing you 600 or $700 to ship it out, you just look at it as you paying full price for the TV. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but in New York, shipping out TVs and stuff, you're paying a flat rate. You're not paying taxes on it. All right. I don't know how it works, in other states, but this is how it works here in New York. And this is why, I advise you guys that are looking to go that route. Hey, I'm your guy for it. You want to play a flat rate? I can have it done. I can definitely have it done. Yeah. Spaces and places out there. 3 bedroom for 232. Let me get my ass up. Facts. Yes. Yes. And once you do the contract with the people, with the owners, at that point you take the contract down to the light company, and then you set up a contract with them so that you get your electric. So come Monday, guys, I'll have electricity and all of that in my apartment. You know? Yeah. And that's why I'm doing all I can do now in terms of buying all my stuff, so that when I go in January, I'm not sure when in January, but when I go in January, I'm going down there to make, to fix it up, paint, and have everything that I need to make it look nice. So I gotta get a couch, I gotta get a dining room table and all of that stuff. But that stuff I'm not worried about all of that. I'm buying all of what I can buy here, so that when I get down there, I have pretty much everything that I need. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um, 2 beds, 1 bath. money is always tight, man. It's definitely tight for me. And I tell y'all straight up, I'm not a person that's gonna pretend like I'm somebody I'm not. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm a middle class brother. I work 3 jobs to make it happen. Not one, not two, but three. You know. So for people that's just looking at the exterior, you have no idea how hard I gotta work to make this shit happen. And if you want to make it happen for yourselves, you can do it too. You just gotta work hard at it. I'm living proof to this shit. I'm working 3 jobs to make it happen. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And that's why I encourage, a lot of my younger brothers and sisters, because when I look at the analytics, a lot of y'all in between the ages of 35 and 50, you know, work hard now. I'm talking about the ones in their 30s, man. Y'all work hard now and set yourself up for a success now, so that by the time you do hit my age, 50, you chilling. You chilling. Um, let's see here. They make 100 on purses NYC. Yeah, in NYC, this is how it's done here in terms of prices and shipping. So if any of you guys looking to ship in NYC, um, you guys can contact me via email and we can go into further detail. taylorjayson01@gmail.com. Just buy the TV in DR. Um, the quality of TVs in DR are shit, man. That's the only reason why I don't want to go that route. You know, some people some people feel differently about it. I want a nice quality TV, and this is why I'm gonna buy mine. This is just me personally. I'm gonna buy mine in the States, and as I said, if you're looking to buy a big TV in DR of 70-inch or more, you got to price it out. Just weigh it out. If it's cost effective for you to do it, um, to buy it in DR, who am I to tell you not to? I'm just saying, me personally, I find it that the quality of TVs in the States are better. You're not gonna, and if you're gonna buy a Samsung in DR, you're gonna pay damn near double the price to buy a Samsung or a LG. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but guys, that's my advice. I hope this was informative for you guys. If you like this content, be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'm just trying to think of anything else before I close out. Yeah, well, January, I will be down there at some point. I can't give you guys an exact date yet. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Um, so as you guys know, I done bought the materials for the second level of my home. So by the time I get down there in January, that whole wall on the second level will be done. Actually, I'm gonna have them start working. Well, we're in November. Yeah, the middle of this month, they're gonna get started on the second wall, on the wall of the second level. So y'all stay tuned for that and all the footage that I got coming up, man. Yeah, I'm excited about this wall being done. It's been a journey to say the least, man. But I tell those of you guys who are looking to build in the starting phase, take your time, trust the process. You know, just trust the process and take your time. All right, shit ain't easy, but it can be done. And just make sure you have somebody there that's helping you, you know like helping you manage your project. It's important because if you're not boots on the ground, you gotta have somebody there to manage it. What's that old saying? When the cat's away, the mice will play, and they'll play on your ass. Trust me. So just keep that in mind, guys. I'm gonna read the last of these comments, guys, and I'm gonna close out. Is there any kind of insurance we have to purchase just if our products get damaged? Because TVs break all the time during shipment. Um, Unfortunately, not our star. The companies that I'm dealing with, like I said, I have never shipped a TV, but they their reviews, they have never had any problems, and this is why I'm trusting in them to ship my TV. And if you are skeptical or afraid, just ship a small one. Try a small one and see how it works. If it breaks, hey, you only spent, like, I'm looking at the TV that I bought, for the Airbnb. It's an Insignia. It's not a, this is for an Airbnb. I spent $87 for a 32-inch. You know what I'm saying? And it's cost to be 150 to ship it. So, I'm not, if it breaks, okay, yeah, I lost out, but it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to weigh it out. You have to weigh it out. But that's just the route that I'm gonna go. Everybody has to choose what route they want to go, but I'm gonna go that route only because, as I said, the quality of TVs is just better in DR. I mean, in the States opposed to DR. And another thing I want to say, I think I did say it again, but if you're gonna do the Airbnb, like I said, you don't gotta spend a whole lot of money. The idea is just to make it nice and cozy, so that you getting yourself you want to get to become a super host. That's the idea, because once you become a super host, you're gonna be booked all the time. You know what I mean? And make sure you have those little bells and whistles. It's the small things that count, guys. Keep that in mind. Um, Interest rates are coming down in the U.S. Buy now in DR. Nate, do you think building a container home down there will be more cost effective? I'm gonna be honest with you, my brother. I'm not sure. You have to when building, and the tiny home movement is becoming more and more popular, and how is it becoming popular in DR? Not that I know of. I'm sure there are people that have containers shipped, but when you're looking to do a container, you the climate. Just think about the climate in Dominican Republic. Is that container going to be able to sustain the climate in Dominican Republic? So you have to do your research on that before you look into tapping into that. I'm not knowledgeable of container homes, so I'm the last person you want to ask. You know what I mean? If I don't know, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. But I will say, the climate is very hot in DR, so just make sure that container can sustain the climate, okay? That's the only advice I'm going to give you on that. Thanks, brother. Salute. I appreciate you, R-Star. Wisdom Master Reviews. Listen to these dudes on and lose money and get scammed. Live here now. Listen to these dudes on lose money. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, check with people who get one bag shipped for free that are traveling the same time as you, but are only taking carry-ons. You can bring your TV and electronics as checked-in bags. Yes, you can, Omar the Traveler Man. You can. Not with JetBlue, because I looked into it. Delta and American Airlines, you can bring TVs to DR. So if you want to do it that way, you can. I'm a JetBlue guy. American Express and Delta. I love Delta Airlines, but they're a little bit on the pricey side. And another thing, they don't fly to Puerto Plata. They only fly to Santiago and Santo Domingo. So this is one of the reasons why I don't really do Delta as much. I'm more so JetBlue. Like I said, my house is in investments is based in Puerto Plata. So that's the only reason why I have never gone that route. And as I said, Delta's a little bit more pricey. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're a little bit more pricey in terms of their flights. Yeah. Like an oven. Okay. Any good architects with plans? If you're looking for architect plans, go on Fiverr. I tell y'all that all the time. Fiverr, you can hire an architect, a plumber, electrician to do all your plans for you at a reasonable price, pennies on the dollar. These architects live, overseas, so their prices are much less than what you would get paying an architect here in the United States. All right. Always appreciate your boots on the ground advice, Jay. Have a good one, bruh. Omar the Travel Man, if you have American Express Delta, we'll give you the check-in bag for free. Good to know. Good advice. So, yo, guys, I got to get off this live. I'm over the time. I'm over the hour. I appreciate the 46 of you guys on this live. If y'all like the content, be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. And anything that you guys want to know, if you want to get at me, any questions, you can reach me at taylorjayson01@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Once again, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the love and support, guys. Until then, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. Take care.